Hello gamers, it's me, Mike Spiller 79. I'm back and I'm so glad to see that the year is coming to an end. I wanted to talk about some of the top games for, I wanted to revisit my list, and I'm gonna leave that in the description down at the bottom. My anticipated games of 2013, and that was at the beginning. I think I actually did that back in January. Now it's November. Usually they start closing everything out towards the end of November and start talking about their list of everything. And I just wanted to talk about my anticipated games of 2013 versus my top five games of 2013. So first, I wanted to talk about the top five games that I had of 2013. Originally, my number five was Dead Space 3, and I never got a chance to get around to it. I always end up having either games in between some of my retro stuff that I got tied into, or some games that I was trying to catch up from 2012, or some older games than that on the current gen. So I never got a chance to play it, but I did hear mixed reviews from it. I mean, you got your Dead Space lovers, and it even made me want to play Dead Space again. So I actually went back and played Dead Space 2 again. I enjoyed it, had a really good time. And so Dead Space 3 is still there, but it's not my number five. But I'll talk about my top five later on. My number four, that was my anticipated game, was Last of Us, and it actually turned out to be a really good game. I did purchase it day one. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I had a really good time with the game. The characters, the storyline, the visuals, the graphics, every element of the game seemed like something real that could happen. Besides the zombie effect, but I think the thing about Naughty Dog, they have a way of capturing a humanistic side where they take real elements and they put it into a possibility or a hypothetical of something that could possibly happen, and they make it an awesome game. And so that turned out to really be a good game, but that was my anticipated number four. I'm not going to go into too much description on the next ones. I'm just going to talk about them. Number three was GTA 5. Number two was God of War Ascension. And then my number one anticipated game for 2013 was Bioshock Infinite. Now, out of those five, my biggest disappointment was God of War Ascension. I did get that day one. The graphics, the gameplay, the storyline was awesome. It's just that with God of War, is like climbing up a mountain. You want to reach a new plateau. You want to go higher and higher and higher. And I think they fell below. In all honesty, I love the graphics. I love the story. I did get the game day one. The only thing about it is I felt like it kind of felt behind. It felt behind God of War 3. And it felt behind even Ghost of Sparta. So I was not pleased with that game. I'm still going to. I already sold it. I'm going to get it back. I did keep my collector's edition. I still got my Kratos in box, sealed, and everything. I got my God of War collection and all that other stuff still there. All right, now I want to talk about my top five games of 2013. Starting with number five game that came out early this year. Was it Ni no Kuni? A nice little RPG game. I never got a chance to play it. Still on my list of games to get, but when I think about cultural effect, and how it impacted us as gamers, and how it made us think about just the visuals on the game. It had that cartoonish thing going on, but it seemed like you was watching a real cartoon live with the video game. So it's definitely my number five. My number four, which I actually still have in my collection and I've actually completed, is Tomb Raider. I actually saw this, I think it was 2013 or 2012, I should say. E3. I saw it at 2012. I saw the trailer and everything, and I got all giddy over it, and I've actually been a big fan of Tomb Raider. I got several of the games that came out through the PS1, the PS2, and even some in the PS3. Um, but this game is really good. It takes the element of being trapped on an island. What could happen to you? All these questions are answered in the matter of just one video game, and it takes you through brutal attacks, kills, and stuff like that, and being put in harsh elements of rain and winds and climbing mountains and going through rivers and going through the ocean, and animals attacked and all kinds of craziness. So this definitely is my number 4, and it's a really good game. If you haven't played it, pick it up for the either the PS3 or the 360. Definitely give that game a chance. So that's my number 4. My number 3 is Bioshock Infinite. I don't have that anymore in my collection because I don't really keep my current games. I kind of juggle them around, but I do keep my retro stuff. Bioshock Infinite, we go back a little bit because Bioshock 1 culturally impacted me in so many ways. It blew my mind. The visuals with the water, the ripple, the first opening scene. I didn't think graphics were going to go that far. And when I saw that on the PS3, I instantly wanted it, got it, played it, conquered it. I played part 2. It grew on me. But to me, when they announced Bioshock Infinite about 3 years ago, it was a game changer. It was a mind blower. It really opened my eyes to different possibilities, and that's the awesome thing about gaming. There's always something that drops into the water, changes everything just for that second to make you think, can we go beyond? And Bioshock Infinite to me was a true sequel of Bioshock, because we went from the ocean to the air, and you're playing with another character, and this is one of the games that actually turned me on to first person shooter, because I wasn't really into first person shooter type of games. I didn't like them. But yeah, this game is with, I think the main character is Elizabeth, and I forgot the guy's name. It's been a while, but I did conquer this game. I enjoyed every moment of it. It was heart-wrenching, upbeat, pulsating, up and down kind of game. But like I said, you are in the air. You develop all kinds of new weaponry, and you I think it's like a conveyor belt or something like that he can strap onto and travel from one distance to another, or one plateau to another. It's a game that really, really makes you think about a lot of things, and the end is mind-blowing. That's all I can tell you. Now, my number 2 is Last of Us. The reason why, like I talked about earlier, is just every element of the game was real. As far as there was no transitional CGI cutscene that you couldn't tell. It was seamlessly put together. You could tell this game was done with timing, storytelling, mindset of brainiacs sitting around a meeting table, really putting this game together. They digress, and they collectively, as a whole, came together with an awesome game. And at the end, Last of Us is what you got as the awesome product. I wouldn't want another sequel to this game. It's one of those games that will stand the test of time. It'll probably be 10 years from now, in 2012 or 2013 or 2023 or 2023. In that year, we'll still be able to look back on this game and just see the impact and just realize there was something there, and the transition that we'll catapult into. And the last game, my number 1 game, if you don't know how big of a GTA fan I am, you can check that out. I'll put that down in the links to the description on that one. I'm a really, really, really big GTA fan. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have Vice City, San Andreas. I even have some of the other games. But GTA 5, I have to say, is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the game of the year. I think it only took less than a month for the game to sell almost 30 million copies. I think it sold 29 million copies, but the way they put the characters together, um, we got Franklin, the thug or slash gangster who wants to be reformed and wants to make it big and get out of this life. Then you got Michael, who used to be a criminal and played dead and all kinds of other stuff. I don't want to give away anything for people that haven't played the game, but he's living high up in the hills now and got a big house and living it up. And then you got Trevor, the redneck type guy who's just ballistic. He's got a murderistic side to him. He's actually got a soft side to him somewhere deep beneath all the cold cutting killer instinct side. But the way they seamlessly put the three characters together, 3 degrees of separation, where it's like there's a rubber band tied around their waist, and then you can see that they're trying to pull away from each other, but somehow they keep intricately being pulled together. But the game, the story, pulling all these characters together, it's like you're living through 3 different sets of eyes. You're going through 3 different storylines and getting to see each and every person, even in the missions. They let you transition from each character while they're on a mission together. So you get a perspective from each person. I think that GTA or Rockstar, I think they did their homework. And usually their games take 5 to 6 years or more to put together. And each and every time they bring out something, they bring it out with a top-notch sensibility, man. And I have to say, they succeeded. This game is so fucking awesome. I have enjoyed every minute of it. The music, the visuals. You can literally go to these places on the map and you will find those places there. I haven't even yet to sit down and watch a development story, how they've taken the game from square one to now as the finished product. But I've seen the characters, the live people who actually play the characters, and they pretty much covered that. But yeah, those are my top 5 games of the year. Once again, is Nina, was it Nina Kuni, number 5, number 4, Tomb Raider, number 3, Bioshock, number 2, Last of Us, and number 2, Last of Us, and number 1, GTA 5. Man, I'll probably have to talk about it some other time, but yeah, this definitely was a so-so year. It wasn't easy pulling 5 games out of this. I mean, other people probably played a number of games throughout the year, and I'm just talking about, when I say top 5, I'm talking about quality, lasting impression. When you hear the name of that game, you instantly feel dipped into that game. Not just some come here, they're Call of Duty bullshit kind of game. I'm talking about some real in-depth, make you think, have fun. You automatically want to invest your time into this game. Because GTA 5, I know I've already invested more than 40 hours in the game, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. So other than that, tell me what your top 5 games are. You can write them down, type it up in the comments below. Like, subscribe to this channel, like this video, like it up as much as possible so other people can hear about it, and I can start talking about other things that I love and talk about my collection, pickups, everything. Other than that, I'm Lightspiller79.